Good morning from Okinawa, Japan, home of Oki Subis. Today in this video, we're going to address an issue with the Subaru that should have been a recall and is keeping your fuel pump from priming. This is a crank no start, and we're going to focus in on the fuel system and what's keeping your fuel pump from priming. Stay tuned. What we're experiencing with this car is a crank no start. The fuel pump is not priming. And in this video, we're just going to show you a few steps that you can take to check on why your fuel pump's not priming. And so we'll start very simply in the very front. And so in the front, there's a fuse box here. And in the fuse box, it houses two fuses. And the fuses look like this. I've already removed one so you can see it. And so this is a version 5 GC8. And so in the older models, they're green, but they're both located in the same spot, and that's right here. And so if you can look inside, it's a fuse, and that's that little T, and if the fuse is blown, that will prevent your fuel pump from priming and the car from starting. And it's the one located in the front. The other one here is for the accessories of the car, like the window motors and your door locks and stuff like that. But this front one, that's the first thing we would check, the easiest. You always want to start easy. And that fuse is good. So we're going to move on to inside the car. Before saying that the fuel pump is bad, there's a couple other checks that you want to perform. And so the next one that we recommend doing is removing the back seat, which has to be taken out anyways to get to the fuel pump, and checking a connector that's underneath the seat. So in removing the back seat, all you need is a 12mm socket on a ratchet. We're going to use a power ratchet just because it's going to make things easier for us. So it's a 12mm, that's going to take your back seat out. There's also a support bar that you'll be able to remove with this 12mm as well. Once we gain access to the cover of the fuel pump, it's a 4 Phillips screws that take it out. And then to get to the actual hoses that connect to the top of the fuel pump sending unit, we use a pair of needle noses so it doesn't do damage to the hoses. And then the 8mm bolts is what holds the top, the fuel pump to the tank. And so it's all studded, and we'll use that to remove those. So first up, back seat. So on most Impreza models, there's 2 bolts on the bottom that hold the bottom seat in. So once those bolts are out, there's actually a hook in the back that you have to unhook, so you can't just pull the seat forward. You actually have to unhook it first before you can take the seat out. So you can get back there and unhook it. There's the hook right there, as you can see, right there. And it slides into this piece right here, which right there. So you pull the seat right out. Step 2 of checking why your fuel pump's not priming, why you have a crank no start. And it's this connector right here. So these connectors run to the fuel pump, and it keeps everything from priming or not priming. It's located under the bottom of the seat, and as you can see, these connectors right here are looking pretty good. But in most cases, and this is the recall that I was mentioning, in a lot of cases when people have issues and they replace their fuel pump, they jump straight to the fuel pump, but this is the main cause. For whatever reason, this will heat up and it will melt the sockets. And then you'll have a crank no start. You won't be able to start your car. So start with the fuse, move to the back seat, lift the back panel up, and check these out. Sometimes they'll look perfectly fine. You'll look at it on front back, but it's important to disconnect it and check it. And we'll actually include in the video some pictures of what they look like melted. And so when they are melted, it's best just to bypass the connector and to just connect them with butt connectors or whatever so they can be disconnected. And as long as these wires are back connected, it'll help you out with starting the car. So now that we've checked that out and those are good, we'll move on to the fuel pump. So this is the fuel pump removed. It's a sending unit. The whole unit here, this is what controls the gauge on your dash. So it's got a little float right there, and so it floats in the gas, and as it's full, it shows full, and as it gets lower, it'll go lower and lower, right? This is the fuel pump. It looks like a stock one, so it was never changed. Old style. You see a little bit of separation of the shielding right there for the wires. A little surface rust on it. It's a good thing for these older cars while you have the fuel pump out to check the tank and the condition of the tank. When we buy cars that have lower kilometers on them, 9 times out of 10, unless there was some type of preservative in the tank, the gas tank has surface rust throughout it, and that could clog the filter and also keep your car from running crank no start. With the new fuel pump installed and everything back together, it's always good practice to check your work before you put it all and put the seats and everything back in. So what we're going to do right now is just hook the battery back up and prime the system. Once the system is primed and we know that there's no leaks and that the fuel pump's kicking on, then we'll reassemble everything. So now that we know that the fuel pump's priming, let's try and start it. Boom, and the car starts up, first try. So hopefully from this video, you learned something. The fuel system on the Subarus are extremely easy and simple. And for the diagnostic checks that we did today, we literally do that for every car that a customer has an issue with. We start in the front, check the fuse, make sure it's not blown. Secondly, we come to the connector in the back. And then thirdly, we check the pump. We start from easy, work our way down to the hard. Hopefully this video helped you diagnose your crank no start issue. And as you saw from the video, very simple system that the Subaru's made. So if you have any other videos that you want us to do, please let us know. We'd love to make a video to help you all out. Thanks. And then for the last one, they make a tool for it, but it's real simple. You just push down these white tabs here, and then you push back on the actual connectors. So sometimes it can be stubborn.